Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is creating the hscroll.js file. Now what we need here is we need a function. I'm going to call the function hscroll. Hscroll. And we're going to apply a few parameters to this. The first one is going to be text, so they're going to enter a specific string that they want to be displayed. We're going to have the speed, so the speed that the box opens or the div displays, scrolls down, and then we're going to have a delay speed, so this is going to be how long the div is open for and displayed to the user. Now before we start writing anything inside, we need to include our jQuery.js file, and we need to include our hscroll.js file inside our index.php. This is quite simple. The first one we're going to include is the jQuery.js, so we have the JavaScript jQuery library available. I'm going to say script type equals text / JavaScript, and the source, so we're going to say src, and this is going to equal jQuery.js. So now our jQuery library is included in our page. Don't forget to end the script there. Now we're going to say script type equals text / JavaScript. The source of this is going to be hscroll.js. So you can include this in any way you want to use this pop-out notification box. And don't forget again to end the script. Okay, so everything should be included now. We've got our jQuery library and the function that I'm going to write inside hscroll. So if we come back to here, we've got the function hscroll, like I said, the text, the speed, and the delay. Now, the way we want to do this is we want to say $header. Now what we're doing now is we've addressed the header div, and we want to put something inside it. And what we do is we say, in fact no, what we'll do first is we'll do, just to make it clearer, we'll say header.slide toggle, and I'm going to say 300. Well, let's make it 500. So what we're doing is we're toggling the slide of this at 500, so half a second basically. This is in milliseconds. Now we want to delay it, so we're going to say .delay, and I'm going to delay this for, let's say, 2500. So this is 2.5 seconds. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a slide toggle again, and I'm going to do that at 500. So we've toggled it out, so it's going to scroll out at 500, so half a second. It's going to delay for 2.5 seconds, and then it's going to slide in half a second. So what we can actually do is we can come back to our index.php file, and we can actually create a button that's going to toggle this out. So all we need to do is say input type equals submit, and we're going to say value equals, say, click, and then we're going to say on click equals, now we can call our function that we've just created, which is hscroll, and we can pop some text and a delay in there as well. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to include, let's just say hi there. I'm going to do it at, let's say, what speed. We'll pick a speed and we'll pick a delay. At the moment the delay and the speed are just they're there. You're not going to be able to change them using these. So I'm going to put them in anyway. I'm going to say exactly what I've done. So the speed is going to be 500 and the delay is going to be 2500. So if we click this button, it should open up our header as we want it to. So let's refresh. Okay, so we've got our button there. If we just give that a click, we've seen the message just pop down, and then in a minute, well, 2.5 seconds, it will pop back up. So we've got this working. You can see that what we've done is we've already got this is a message in here. Hi there, the speed and the length of time that it's going to take for it to stay out is not taken into account yet. So we need a way of taking these variables and placing them into our script. The first thing we're going to do is get rid of all of this. We are going to use the div, the text div, a bit later on, but for now all we need to do is keep that just like that, and we won't need to modify that again in this tutorial. So now what we're doing is we need to set the text, then we need to set the speed and delay. Now the speed and delay are easy. All we need to do is replace this here, so it takes this variable here. The delay again, just say delay, and again the speed here as well. So now we can set the speed we want it to. Let's just go back to our page, index.php, and I'm going to set the speed coming out to 100 and the delay speed to 200. So we can see a major difference here, and we can see that our parameters are taken into effect. So we click it, it comes out and back in again. So we can see that we've modified that, so we can customize what speed we want it at. Now we want the text to display properly, so I'm just going to set this to 2000. We want the text to display that we've given here. So we simply come into here, and all we do is we again address the header div, and we're going to say .html, and in brackets we're going to put we're actually going to create our div that we've just deleted from our index.php file inside here. So we say div id equals, and this is text, then we say plus text, and then we end the div with the plus and ending the div there. So now what we can do is we can come and test that. Let's refresh, we click, we see that we get hi there come up, and then it will go down again. And this is because we've specified it here. So we can type anything here, and that will change according to what we've specified it. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to set, if these parameters aren't given, we want to set a default speed. So you might not want to set the speed every time. So we want to just say, we just want to write anything here. We want a default speed for it. So to do this, we're going to say if speed equals undefined, or delay equals undefined. We want to come down, and we want to say speed equals 500 and delay equals 2500, just like we had before. So it's setting a default speed that's going to be taken into account here, and a default delay which is going to be taken into account here. So what we do now is we can test this. So I've got rid of the speed and the delay parameters. We refresh the page, we click, and it's come back to the default settings. So we don't need to specify the speed or anything here. Okay, so another example of using this, we've used it in a button. That's working absolutely fine. But let's say I want to do it when the page starts. So I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to say text, script type equals text JavaScript, and then I'm going to end the script. And inside here, I want to say, just very, very simply, hscroll, welcome to PHP Academy. And all that's going to do is when we refresh the page, the first thing we see, it's going to be the drop-down menu, or the drop-down notification that's going to go back up again. So it could be a nice greeting to your users when they enter your site. Okay, so that's about it for the tutorial. The source code for this is on the forums. That's phpacademy.org/forum. It'll be available in the source code section, and you can download all of the files I've used, and also the image that we've used for the background for this notification area. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to PHP Academy for more stuff like this. Thank you very much.